Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're reading an Izuku's Reader by Ray Writes Uncode Up. So let's get into it. Deku-kun, do you want to go to lunch with us? Uraka-san as she waved her friend forward. Just a second, he said happily, smiling at her as he turned back towards YM. What was it you wanted to tell me? Izuku said. Oh, nothing. It can wait. You should go have lunch. Ryan said with the fakest smile she's ever put on. I'll talk to you later, Ryan, Izuku said as he walked down the classroom door. Without Chaco, Ryan laid her head down on her desk and defeat. I blew another chance, she thought to herself, sighing. Hey, Mina said, sitting down in front of her friend. Hey, Mina, Ryan mumbled. She then felt a poking on her head. What's wrong? You seem down, Mina said as the rest of the squad walked down, as Mina gave them the hush signal. It's such a nerd, isn't it? I'll beat the shit out of him for you, Deku said, all too happily. Please don't do that, I'm fine, Lynn said as her head piled up on the desk. Knew that would work. But in all seriousness, the hell's wrong with you? He said, almost annoyed. It's just, she said, sighing. Come on, man, you can tell us. We're your closest friends, you know? Kirishima said, sitting beside her. It's Uraka, Lynn said shortly. Oh, I see, Mina said. We don't, think he said, muttering to himself and the others. I think Izuku's more interested in her than me. I mean, I don't really have a chance. She's prettier, outgoing, not to mention super close with him. Maybe I'm just not enough. He ditched me 3 times to hang out with her, she said, sighing. You're pretty too, Ryan. How dare you think otherwise? Mina shouted, grabbing her friend's hands dramatically. You're super smart too, and just as outgoing. That's womanly, Kirishima said, hugging her from the back. He might be too stupid to realize that. Baku mumbled. Maybe I'm too stupid to realize that, she said, putting her head back down to the desk in defeat. You're not stupid, Ryan. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have passed half of my classes, he said with a small chuckle. Why are we so bad at this? Sarah muttered to himself. Stop mobbing around, damn it, and do something about it. You want something, you've got to take it. I thought you of all people would know that, he shouted, slamming his hand on the desk, causing everyone around to jump. You listen damn well to me. You're not just going to lie down and take a shot. Next time that round face tries to take him somewhere else, you're going to clock her in the damn face, got me? Baku said, pointing at her. Now let's go get something to eat. I'm starving, he grumbled, walking towards the door with his hands in his pockets. So manly, Kirishima said with fake tears streaming down his face. Ryan sat with her friends at the lunch table. From across the table, she could see Izuku. There he sat with Uraka, laughing and talking. She had beautiful short brown hair, and you touch your own hair. Maybe if you cut it, Izuku might like it. Uraka held her own against Baku on the sports festival, but you could do that on a bad day. Maybe you just weren't nice enough. He did have moments of anger, but he never placed them towards anyone, especially him. Uraka had soft brown eyes that light up when Izuku was around. But your eyes did the same. Was it the shape of your face? Was it too sharp? Were your touches too rough? Maybe it rained too much. Was it because you overthought things? Everything about me must be trash, Ryan thought, taking her gaze away from the two of them and looking down at the floor. Am I too fat? Or too skinny? She thought, staring at her food. She then sighed as she began to eat, her friends beginning to worry about her, and school dragged on. Ryan kept trying to confess to Izuku her feelings, but each time, he was dragged away by the same beautiful female. This left Ryan thinking about what was wrong with her, and could just, she thought, packing up her stuff. The last chance of the day. He lived in the same apartment building, and Uraraka lived in another part of the city. She listened to the two say their goodbyes. Ready to go? You asked with a smile. Yep, let's go, Izuku said, leading the way home. Something was bothering him. Ryan was usually talkative, and loved to walk beside him. She was quiet, and walked behind him this time. He stopped in his tracks. Is something wrong? He asked, as the girl bumped into his back. She laid her head on his back quietly as the phone rang. Your phone's ringing. But it's Uraraka. Better pick it up, she said. Izuku went to reach his hand into his pocket, but stopped. She's not important right now. What's wrong with you? You're so quiet today, Ryan. You're my friend, and you're making me worry. Did something bad happen? He asked, turning towards his friend. Friend, huh? She repeated. Is Uraraka your friend too? She asked. Of course she is, Ryan, but this has nothing to do with you, he said, grabbing her shoulders gently. Is there something wrong with me? Ryan asked, looking up at him. What? Nothing's wrong with you. Who told you something was wrong with you? He said, shocked. If there's nothing wrong with me, then why her? What? He looked shocked, looking into her eyes. Tears were trying to rip themselves out onto her cheeks, and he pushed him away. Izuku, I've been trying to tell you this all day, but you've always begged to go with her. I saw how happy you got, so I couldn't keep you. You don't look at me in the same way. I've been trying to confess my feelings for you all day, but I can tell you don't feel the same. She's better anyway, he said, walking past him. Ryan, wait a second. Izuku shouted, trying to grab her wrist, but she shrugged him off. You don't have to worry about walking home with me anymore. Walk Uraraka home from now on, she said, leaving Midoriya standing there in shock. He stayed up the whole night, thinking of what Ryan had told him. She was just as beautiful as Uraraka, and definitely more. Her eyes sparkled when she talked about almost anything she loved, and sometimes she would talk about him and get the same look. They would share friendly hugs, and she fit perfectly in his arms. I thought she liked Kachan, so I tried to move on, but it just caused her pain. Izuku thought, jumping out on his bed. It was 8 on a Saturday morning. Izuku said good morning to his mom before slapping the shoes on and walking down the apartment platforms until he reached her apartment's number, and his phone buzzed in his hand. Uraraka. Hey Deku, want to hang out today? It's Rad. And he responded, Sorry, I can't. I've got something important to do. Maybe another time. And then he knocked on your door. A tired Ryan opened the door. and you got a glance of green hair and tried to close the door before you pushed it open slightly. Can we talk? Please, he asked as the girl sighed, stepping outside. Ryan, I always thought you had a crush on Kachan. I was so jealous of how he was so close to you, and I thought maybe if I changed myself, you would love me, but I couldn't do that. So I tried to move on, but with that, I hurt you. I didn't mean to, really. I didn't. I can't stand seeing you sad, thinking that there's something wrong with you, because you're so perfect, Ryan. Everything about you is, down to the smallest detail. I guess this is my confession. If you don't want to take it, it's fine. I'll go. He was cut off as Ryan slammed her lips into his. Izuku blinked in shock, trying to process what was going on, and soon he kissed her back, wrapping his arms around her waist. Perfect, he thought, as he broke apart for air. I'm sorry, Izuku said, hugging the girl closely. It's my fault. I was the one who got everything locked up. She patted his head. So, does that mean you're my girlfriend now? Why nodded. I guess so. But let's promise not to be jealous anymore, alright? And be honest with each other, she said, holding her pinky out to him as he wrapped his around hers. Deal, he said, and leaned in for another kiss.